you guys adjusted not just to Jason, but the entire, a lot of new coaches on the staff, a lot of new faces around the program. How has everyone clicked through a couple of months of being together?
I think we came together the best I've seen my 3 years this year as just like a full family of coaches, players. Like everybody kind of just seemed like we are all on the same page right away, and we understood that the talent we have, the resources we have in our coaches, that we have a pretty good chance of doing something special. So I think instantly everybody kind of had that like ready to go. Let's do this type of mentality. So.
What's the big thing he's been emphasizing in your swings in the last 4 weeks?
I think it's just consistency. Before I was just a lot of moving parts, and it was tough to kind of repeat that. Like your body feels differently every day, so the way my swing was before, like it just wasn't as consistent as I wanted it to be. And then with the moves I'm doing now, I can repeat them every day, no matter how I'm feeling. So that's kind of led to the consistency. That was just my big word that I would focus on. So um, just making those moving parts a lot more simple and a lot more repeatable, and that got me to where I want to be.
What's he changed with you mentally?
Mentally, not much. I felt like I kind of got to play with an approach a lot this summer because I didn't really play much, so I was kind of experimenting with stuff and kind of found an approach that works for me, and just being able to trust myself. And a lot of that stuff on the mental side is this routine as well, because you got to train yourself mentally like you do physically. So a lot of it's just doing the same thing and repeating the same thing over and over again, and then buying into it. So.
What do you want to see out of yourself this year?
It's that big word, consistency, man. I think somebody said it in a good way of I've kind of just been a prospect since I've been here. I haven't really been a player, and I'm kind of ready to turn that page and be a player and put it all together. So.
With the outfield this year, with Kane and Brandon out there all 2 years, you've been working with this group. How much confidence do you have in this outfield?
I mean, I truly, firmly believe we have the best outfield in the country. Even with Rooster there as well as our fourth guy, like Boomy's gonna have a tough time riding up that starting lineup because that guy rakes as well, and he's a good defensive player. Like I honestly don't know what he's gonna do, and I'm really happy with where we are and our depth and at every position across the board, and I'm ready to get going. I'm excited for this year.
How do you think that allows you to kind of figure some of your stuff out, not having a good day, having somebody else that you feel is confident in to make sure that you can be consistent, whether one day goes well or bad?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just takes the pressure off of the guys and the leaders of this clubhouse because, like, if you're not showing up that day, or you just don't have your stuff that day, which happens, and the guys left and right of you are gonna get it done for you. So, I think it just gives you that comforting feeling that like you don't have that pressure to have to make sure you're doing the right thing every day or carrying the team every day. You know what I mean? So, um, we have a lot of guys that can get the job done. So we can just lay on each other for that.
Did you feel like you had that in the past, or maybe too much emphasis on needing to make the big play in the big moment?
I think for me, it was more of just personally, I put a lot of pressure on myself. I think before offensively, we've always had like the guys that we don't really need to do it ourselves. There's a lot of guys that we can lean on and help each other out and just kind of keep the ball rolling with that. So offensively, we never really had that much of a pressure. And I think now that we have the depth and the talent, and Jeremy was an amazing pitching coach. I've heard great things with the pitchers about him, and just a really good guy. I think everything's kind of just come together, and we're ready to get going. So.
Isaiah, what stuck out about this pitching staff going against this class?
I think it's just the stuff and just how much guys have changed. There's certain guys like Alba, Leto, Villardis, those guys that before, like my at bats, like I'm gonna be honest, I was feeling comfortable against them when they first came in. They were a little timid, and then this year those have been the toughest guys to face out there. Like they've figured out their stuff. Their velo's been jumping up, and it's like a battle now when we have our inner squads. And I felt a lot less comfortable in the blocks against them this fall and this winter. So I'm just really happy to see those guys succeed, and they're going to be big parts in our year this run we're going to make.
Isaiah, you've been here for a couple of years now. How are you looking to step up into a leadership role?
I think just leading by example. That's kind of what I've learned since I've been here with Luke Keishel going out and Ryan Campos going out. They weren't really much of vocal leaders, as maybe I see myself as, and they kind of just led by example. So I think that's one way of getting it done. And then you do need some vocal leaders when the team's not doing stuff the right way, or you just see a guy slacking, just to give him a pat on the butt. So I'll definitely try to lean my way into that role for the team. So just doing what I can.